Happy Canada Day, everybody. What a day to be Canadian. What a day to be a Montreal Canadian fan. Yeah, I know. We didn't do anything sexy, didn't make those big splashes. But honestly, what a perfect day. Started off with Dan Milstein's tweet. Big things happening at Gold Star in Montreal. And then when the Ivan Demidov extension hit, magnificent. Magnificent. Demi signed 8 years, 9.1. You can't get any better than this. Seriously, think of this. This is amazing. In today's world, the TikTok generation, they want the De Niros. They want the cash. To see young kids do this is amazing. Kent Hughes is a genius. Genius. Oh man, what a better way to spend Canada Day, hearing this news. Now, yeah, I get you. I'm with you. I want a big signing too. I want a big trade too. But seriously, could it get any better than this? Did you want to start your day by overpaying for somebody? And then Demi's still floating in the wind? And he's saying, what's going on? You got to keep that culture in Montreal. And that's exactly what this is. This is unbelievable. Now, when you break it down by percentages, I seen a great tweet today, and they broke it down by percentages of the year they signed their contract. How much of the percentage of the cap it was. And when you really break it down like that, Kent Hughes is a mastermind. Seriously, he is. Everybody is in that 9, high 8% range. 9% of the cap. What that does is you're building core pieces year after year after year after year that are signing these team-friendly deals, and they're adding up. They're adding up quite a bit. We've got the whole team locked in under $10 million. This is unbelievable. You're going to see how crazy of a discount this contract is in the coming days, coming months, because there is a lot of restricted free agents out there. Remember, Demi burned a year of his entry-level deal when he came over from the KHL. He came over, got a couple of games, got the first round against Washington. That's why he's re-upping, and he's the first one. Comes right out of the gate. That shows you a lot, man. That shows you the boys are here. They want to stay here. Montreal is a destination, it's a culture. The thing is, there's not much room for everybody. Yeah, we want that big trade. We want that big free agent. We want that big prospect to come up and flourish. But there's not a lot of room. Let's be real. There's limited space to be had here. And we're coming into a numbers era where we're gathering all these prospects and we have limited opportunities for them. And the cap space just keeps accumulating. Now, with Demi's deal, we still get him under his rookie contract next year. He's guaranteed to be 9 years more in Montreal. This is fantastic. This core, man. It's a family. Don't you feel the family atmosphere? The Montreal Canadiens, our fan base, our media, everybody's a family. Sure, you got some crazy uncles out there. And that's the case. That's the truth. Some of us crazy cousins, third, fourth dime removed, armchair GMs. Because we get a little excited, right? Come on, I'm not the only one. We get a little excited. You always think about the possibility of butter in the bread, so to say. You know what I mean when I say that, right? Butter in the bread. Adding that Marchenko, that Robertson to the lineup. The facts are, when you take care of all of these contracts, like Kent Hughes has, you have room to maneuver. And we have to be realistic what the contracts are nowadays. So go by this tweet I read earlier. Percentage of the cap. So at the time, Nick Suzuki was like 9.5% of the cap when he signed. Captain, it was a good, fair contract. Everybody's followed suit since then. Lane Hudson, Cole Caulfield, Caden Gooley is unbelievable. He's got himself a value contract. Demidov is in there, Slavkovsky. So when you break it down in percentages, they're all roughly, give or take, around 9% of the cap. Even Noah Dobson. You got to think, he came in under market value. How does Noah Dobson look now? Seriously. I understand we gave up 2 first-rounders for him, number 16 and 17. These are assets that Kent Hughes acquired to be able to make a move like that. And Noah Dobson at 9.5? Bowen Byram got 12.5 today. As a left shot D-man. 12.5. You're telling me Byram is worth $3 million more than Lane Hudson? Someone on Sportsnet or TSN today says, oh, what are they doing in Montreal? Why are their players not signing like a 5-year deal, cashing in? Because they don't want to. When you're dealing with that type of money, a little bit here and there ain't going to matter. And the fact of the matter is, Kent Hughes is a genius. The way they structure their contracts with their bonuses front-loaded, so you got to have the smarts to do that, right? There's a tax thing with this. They get to claim a lot of this from their home addresses, and they get the tax breaks by that. I'm not sure if Demi claims over from Russia. I'm not sure about any of that. But I know with Cole and Lane, they claim from their American residence, and they get big tax breaks on it, especially with the front-loaded contracts. Jeff Molson, there's another reason. We have an owner that can afford this. He's given Demi like $25 million in the first 2 years. Perfect. Demi don't care about the tax number. Don't care about the cap number. The kid just got $25 million. Or he's going to get $25 million. Cha-ching! Throw a little money up front. Show your employees that they're worth it. And they'll do you little things like this. That's how we're going to build a winner. Yes, listen, I know I sit here every single day, East Coast Sports with Mikey, and I tell you I want this guy, I want that guy, I want this guy. And the facts are, we still can do this because of the power of the percentage Kent Hughes is doing. He's literally playing a percentage game. He's like playing poker. Once he gets that 30% flush draw, he's all in. He sets his prices and he does not move from them. So makes me think about people he's kicked tires on because they're not moved yet. Dude, anybody remember Dylan Larkin? Larkin asked for a trade, feels like a month ago. I thought this guy was going to be moved like that. There was 3 major American players on the market. Larkin, Hellebuyck, Werenski. At the time of this recording, none of them have been moved. Something's happening with Hellebuyck, though. The Jets signed Stuart Skinner today. Maybe he could back up, but seriously, I would say Skinner's going to be the starter in Winnipeg. Hellebuck's on the move. New Jersey, maybe? Makes sense. Buffalo. Edmonton, they got a goaltender. Alex Lyon. Or no, sorry, not Alex Lyon. Devin Levi. Devin Levi from Buffalo. He once was a prospect we were all over in the Montreal market. Wonder how he could do. Bobrovsky to the Leafs today. The Leafs did a little bit of business. Sissons, Bobrovsky. They've improved their team steadily since the draft. That number 12 lottery ball, man, that was good for Toronto. Seriously. Since then, you got McKenna, probably kept Austin involved. They still won't let that rumor die about Matthew Knives, though. What's going on with Knives? Are they just done? Are they done and they're not going to entertain a Montreal trade offer anymore? Because I think Kent's got his offers out there. We've already heard he's got a big package for Marchenko. Now, Don Waddell, he's playing hardball. Listen, he is. But when you do the numbers, the cap crunches, listen, do this. Put everybody out in front of you. Put all the contracts. Demi doesn't make his contract next year. Here's the ones we have to worry about. Kirby Dach. What are we doing with Kirby? If he signs his qualifying offer, $4.5 million off the cap, no problem. Whatever. We could possibly move Kirby. What do we do with Sam Montembeault? $3.5 million. Maybe New Jersey, Buffalo, they swing and miss on a goaltender. Maybe Florida wants them to come over and back up. Markstrom, couple of, veteran goalies in Florida. They can't have the whole workload on Markstrom. We're going to need to shed some cap. And if we do that, we're going to sit with about 12 to 14 million. And guess what? If you break down the percentages, that's another contract that's about 9.5, maybe 10% of the cap. That same 7-year, $11 million Dolofeyev signed in New York. We can bring that into Montreal. But if Kirby's here, we got no room. We're going to need a 13th forward. Veleno's gone. He's off to the Rangers. Good to see that with Joey Veleno. Good to see him getting a chance with the Rangers, man. Keep that NHL career going. But Montreal doesn't have the room. Don't forget we got Texier too, right? Texier's a guy I kind of forget about a lot. We basically got our bottom 6 filled. Honestly, I don't know about Doc. I don't think Doc's going to be back. But I don't know if they're just going to give him away. Just let him float in the wind. $4 million? I don't know. I think you could replace him with $1 million contract, no problem. I don't know if I would have did the qualifying offer. I think Kirby's going to sign it. Bolduc's not going to sign it. They're going to re-up Bolduc. He'll probably be around the, $4 million range? If you move out Monty, you don't re-up Doc or get him out of here, you got about $12 million. You could do things with that. We already know Kent Hughes is willing to move some assets around. God knows we got lots of them. Development camp is going on in Montreal right now. Now, Pugachev, our new Russian, something with visa issues, he couldn't make it. One guy that's there, though, is Michael Hage. And he looks good, man. He looks real good. He's gained some inches. He's gained some pounds. He's faster. Way more noticeable than this time last year. He's ready. He's ready. Wouldn't that hit? Wouldn't that hit good, hey? Michael Hage signs a rookie contract with the Montreal Canadiens. Guess who his agent is? Dan Milstein. Same agent that just negotiated Ivan Demidov's contract. This Milstein is all over the Montreal Canadiens, man. Including Marchenko from Columbus. Now, that Marchenko rumors will not go away. I don't know what's happening in Columbus, but they seem like a train wreck. And they got one of those restricted free agents I was talking about, Adam Fantilli. Listen to the restricted free agents still left to sign. Fantilli, Leo Carlson, Cutter Gauthier, Connor Bedard, Mitchkov. What's Mitchkov doing? He's able to re-up now, isn't he? Yeah, he should be able to re-up. 100%. The Montreal Canadiens beat every team. Every team. They came right out, signed their pick. They knew it from the start, didn't they? They knew it years ago. Demi is the guy of us. Demi is a Montreal Canadiens. They knew that before the draft. They scouted this kid. They grew him, nurtured him, brought him over. You see they're still at the rink? Demi and Hudson. These guys can't get enough of it. They want to jump on the ice during development camp. I seen they were on ice before the development camp. How awesome is it for these kids coming in? They see the core locked up. They see people committing. Commitment is a big thing. Like, these kids are committing a big chunk of their lives to the Montreal Canadiens organization. Big chunk of their careers. Can we get help around them? Listen, I know it's a weird day. Unrestricted free agency is a weird day. We wanted guys like Marchment. He went down to San Jose. Trouba and Marchment in San Jose, man, that instantly makes that team tougher. San Jose, man, they look good. Oh, yeah. They're fun to watch out west. Their games are too late for me, though. Way too late. But they're building the same type of team as Montreal's building out east. Patience, patience, patience. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Heard a couple other things today. John Carlson, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Eric Engel said one of the guys Montreal has kind of looked at, Carlson. He looks like he wants about $9.5, $10 million. Right shot defenseman, yes, I get it, but just a little too old. His foot speed is not on par. I don't think that's a fit for Montreal. Still a couple of UFAs out there, and they're going to be sitting out there for a while, like a Claude Giroux, Andreas Lee, veteran presence, Boone Jenner, we talked about him yesterday. Guys like Trouba is gone, Rasmus Anderson's gone, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, right-handed shot defenseman, that'd be a good pickup. A lot of these players, their prices are going to drop. We seen this last summer. Every summer I get excited. I think I'm with everybody. We kind of just sit there during Canada Day and say, what are we going to get? Remember one year we had the Sebastian Aho offer sheet? That was exciting. Nothing really since, honestly. We haven't really did much since. Everybody gets excited for this day. There is some legitimate names on the market. It's going to be a fun summer. Seriously, the rumors aren't going to stop. Because usually what happens now is GMs go on vacation. You're going to see Kent Hughes work the phones. But I can see things like the Zach Werenski, Marchenko, Dylan Larkin. Again, Dylan Larkin, I keep forgetting about him. Why is everybody forgetting about Dylan Larkin? What is the price on him? Montreal kicked tires. Everybody and their dogs thought he was going down south. Well, all these Americans, they're not getting their requests like Brady. Brady did his under the radar, right? Something tells me this started months ago with Brady Tkachuk going to Florida. Yeah. So guys like Zach Werenski, even Marchenko, Hellebuyck, Larkin, they're publicly bringing this out. I wonder what the prices are on them. You'd have to be furious if you're a GM. If you're Stevie Yzerman and your captain comes in and say, I want out of here, and here's the only three teams I'm going to. Come on! And these players, they're dictating what they want to do. Oh, I want off my team. I want to go to a Stanley Cup contender. They tried to trade Rosinsky to Dallas for Hartley. He nixed it. So what's up? You just want to be a free agent? The trade deadline is becoming like the UFA market. The UFA market is boring, but the players are dictating where they want to go. They're handcuffing GMs. That's why I love this situation in Montreal, seriously. The way the boys have put it together, and I mean all the boys, they all need credit. Not just Kent Hughes, Jeff Gordon especially. And then you got Bob Roth and Lapointe, man. They're the behind-the-scene guys. They're the brains. We had a fantastic one in Trevor Timmins for years. But I love this new regime. Love it. Jeff Molson, just keep writing the checks. How does he feel up there sipping his Molson exports? Making the dineros. We are a team that spends to the cap. We are not there yet. What are we going to do? What do you want to do? Listen, we've kicked tires on everything. So Kent Hughes is trying. Eventually, someone's going to say, okay, Jason Robertson, let's just ship you to Montreal. 2 first-round picks. Because usually that's how things go. After a while, it's just the asset diminishes. The closer training camp comes, the more of a distraction it's going to be. And there is huge distractions in Columbus, Detroit, and Dallas. Huge. And I'm not even mentioning Vancouver, Winnipeg. There's turmoil in the NHL. There's GMs in there sitting there scratching their noggins. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this without getting fired? That's what they're saying to themselves. Tree Living, he was goated. He was the example under the spotlight. Poor guy tried to trade Matthew Knives. Gone. I don't think that was his only mistake. But seriously, when you're a GM and you're handcuffed, what are you supposed to do? The shelf life. It doesn't last long. Coach, GM, president of hockey operations, I don't care what your title is. The shelf life is interchangeable. You're constantly going. So trading your captain, trading your star goaltender, your star player for futures, that usually works out great for the next GM. Like, do you think Don Waddell's sitting there thinking, okay, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? They want to stay relatively competitive in Columbus, even though it seems like they're okay with mediocrity. Columbus likes to stay relatively competitive. They're always on the bubble. Like, if you're Adam Fantilli, what are you thinking in Columbus right now? 2 of the guys have already said they don't want to re-up. So what's Don Waddell going to do? They say he talked to Rosinsky and tried to smooth things over, but that's damage, man. Maybe it's not between the team and the player, it's the fan base too. If we had a player on our team right now like Rosinsky, what would you think? Because I'd be like, fly the hell down south. Get the hell off my team. If you don't want to be here, leave. The facts are people want to be in Montreal. Look at Demi. Look at that contract, man. That is unbelievable. We all knew it, though, didn't we? The real Montreal Canadian fan base, the loyal fans that sit our asses at the Bell Center, I don't care if you're in the 300s, outside, the press box, down in the 100s, or you're putting Youppi's head on as the mascot. Yeah. We all knew it. We all knew Demi was going to sign a team-friendly deal. It's just a pattern. So will Zerowski. So will Pugachev. So will all these prospects coming in. The fact is, they're going to pray to sign these team-friendly deals. Because the more and more we add to this core, the less room we have. Yeah, we have pieces. We have room. But fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. The prospects that are coming up, and you're not even thinking of all of them. I know you're not. Who's the right-handed shot defenseman from Russia? Borgachev or... I'm not going to butcher names. I butcher names all the time. You know why? Because I just go off the top of my noggin. But there's a right-handed shot from Russia. This guy's a player. He's going to be knocking at the door in 2 years saying, where's my spot? I've been waiting. Atuis Koivu? Saku's young fella, he's going to come over ready to play. He's in the Finnish league. Those Finns, they're ready. If you're Swedish, Finnish, you're ready for the pro game. It's facts. It happens year after year. And that's not saying Zurowski's going to want a spot on the top six. Michael Hage is definitely taking a spot on the top six. We have Reinbacher, who is supposed to be a top two, top four defenseman. And then we got Bryce Pickford. Don't forget about this kid. This kid is a stud. He dominated juniors this year. Dominated them. Now he's going to take some seasoning in Laval. But take a look at this kid's story. He slipped in the draft. He literally took a year off hockey. His dad is like one of those Tiger Woods dads. Completely trained his son. I think he wrote books about it. Literally. Got in a big fight with Hockey Canada. But talent rises to the top. Montreal's got some great value picks later in the draft. It's facts. It's awesome. Bob Ruff and LaPointe. Those are the guys behind the curtain. That's what gets me excited. That's why we can't stop talking Montreal Canadiens hockey. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right here on East Coast Sports. Because it never ends. And again, the facts are we still have Newhook. We still have Oliver Kapanen. We still have Zachary Bolduc, Alexander Texier, Jake Evans, Phil Deneau. We still have Andy. We have kids coming that are going to take those spots. There's very, very few spots that are available. There is an opportunity to put somebody with Demidov. And there is an opportunity to put somebody with Lane Hudson. I will continue to say these names because it's true. These kids committed to the Montreal Canadiens. We see it. They're still there. Hell, they want to skate with the rookies. They don't want to go on vacation. Their vacation's over. Demidov and Hudson are ready to work. They don't want these next 3 months. It's going to happen quicker than you think. So buckle up. It's going to be a summer. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be lots of storylines. Because until the Montreal Canadiens pull off a move, I kind of want a Maverick Bourque. Sorry, it just come to my head right now, but Maverick Bourque to Nashville, I thought that was a Kent Hughes under the radar move earlier. I thought so, but no. Maybe pick somebody else off from Nashville. How about this player? You know what I'm going to say, or don't you? Forsberg. How about Forsberg from Nashville? Could we pry him out? Everybody says, oh, it would take a boatload to get these players. Okay. We have a boatload. The boat is sinking. It is so heavy. Let's take 4 spots and put it into one. One solid spot up front. I don't care if it's in the top 6 or the top 4. Let's get one spot this summer. One. And if that is an entry-level deal for Michael Hage, I will take it. I will take it. I will sit on $10 million in cap space for in-season moves if Michael Hage is on the team. I will have a line of Oliver Kapanen, Michael Hage, and Ivan Demidov. I would take that line. Trust the process. Keep our first-round pick next year. Let's see how the season goes. I will do that. Never underestimate loyalty, playing for your brother beside you, and heart. That's exactly what this Montreal Canadiens team has, is heart. They signed the best player today by far. Period. What will they do tomorrow? It's one day at a time, baby. One day at a time. That's all we can live our life. The sun is shining on the East Coast. Enjoy your Canada Day. If you're not Canadian, learn a little bit about Canada today. We're a great country, free. The air is beautiful. I'm on the East Coast, so I get lots of nature. The waterways are just absolutely beautiful. As always, I hope you can subscribe, like, comment. I love comments. Throw me anything you got. Anything you got. I love to interact with the boys, the girls, the fans, the Montreal Canadiens family as whole. It's East Coast Sports. I'm your boy, Mikey. Happy Canada Day!